I think the largest catalyst for us wanting to merge with Donovan is actually to create meaningful scale on the digital side. Neither of us are that relevant to digital today. And we actually believe, with all the fragmentation that does exist in the market and all of the great innovation that's happening, if a company doesn't create a common currency for those to interoperate into, this problem is just going to magnify. I mean, factorially worse as more and more startups come up. I also think, just because our customer is the ad agency, the ad agency can't afford for 300 small ad tech companies to be calling on them to partner. So much of the success of the startup and all the innovation that's happening is, the angel round goes into building a prototype and an idea, and then the Series A goes into actually building the platform and proving it out. And then Series B and C is really about go-to-market, which is really about building a biz dev and sales team to then call on the agencies. So those companies who are successful in gaining traction somehow through partnership or an get to stages, B and C. But it's just kind of inflating the overall market. We believe if we provide the OS for those guys to connect into, to give direct access to the buyers, then we could actually create mass efficiency and a huge amount of spend going through the system, which then we can then go back to the ad servers and dictate what the standards are. And we're actively working with the IAB to figure that out. The problem is, alone, we just didn't have the scale and the relevancy to kind of do it. MediaBank thinks we kind of solve some pretty gnarly problems, but we just don't have the throughput for it to be meaningful and for it to become a standard.
So before I go on, I want to, I can't see the audience very well, so I don't know if people are primed for questions. So I want to pause and make sure that there isn't someone with a question. We got one here. Go ahead.
Dorian, Ben Coyle, Teaming Media. Heather, you said something that could be quite provocative, that the solutions, a lot of the solutions offered aren't really to create efficiencies for premium publishers. I guess my question is two-part. One is, could you imagine such a thing, and if